America has become completely unaffordable, and I don't know why more people are not talking about this. Half of America doesn't even have a savings, rent is insane, healthcare is a luxury, and somehow the narrative is still people are just bad with money. Like, what money? People are working full-time. Most people have 2 to 3 jobs anymore because you have to. At what point do we stop blaming the people and just accept the fact that the cost of living has simply just outpaced reality? Because everything is this expensive, you have to know exactly where all of your money is going anymore. Like, a budget is just simply a necessity. You have to have one. Started using a budgeting app like mine to figure out where all of my money is going, but it does not make up for the fact that America is too expensive to live in anymore. If you're struggling, you are not alone.
This is in the worst fucking scenario it could be in right now, bro. Do we raise interest rates or do we lower them? Either way, we're shooting ourselves in the fucking foot. The average American is fucked. The job markets are down. Big Corp is firing tens of thousands of people by the day, and everyone has no idea what to do.
Just feel like the Black community, they have tried to warn all of us.
Yeah, you right. We tried to warn you, but you just didn't want to listen. And now that they're knocking at your door, you want to do something.
This is what our shitty ass healthcare has come to, where my patients need medicine and supplies and their insurance won't cover it, and here I am spending my own money because my patient needs it, and he doesn't have any money and he can't work. And the insurance won't even cover what he needs. And I'm sad and I'm sick and tired of it.
People in the United States of America within the next 25 years are going to have to realize that not only are they not white, but they are also no longer in the numerical majority in this country. And that is what has white males scared to death, because they're afraid that if they lose their power, they will be treated by other people the way we have treated those other people. That's what's going on.
It brings me absolutely no pleasure to say, but it's time to have a plan to leave. Whether you plan to implement it immediately or not, at the very bare minimum, you need to have an exit strategy ready to go.
In case you haven't realized it yet, America is indeed over. It is a surveillance state actively escalating into a dictatorship. Mark my words, flights will be grounded by the end of the year.
White people, they are come out to warn each other. According to them, when you try to hear what they are saying, they think that something is about to happen on this land of America. They start to have this second thought that the way things are moving, the way life is moving, it looks as if something which is about to happen. Either they think that is a judgment of God on this land, either is something really scary. They are trying to say, save yourself. If you have a way to move out of this land, just move away. If you have a way to stock a big store, to have food in your house, to look away in case of something happen, you are going to know how to save yourself. This is something people are trying to say. Don't be scared. Why are you like this? Why are you panicking? Let's dive into today's episode. Drop your thought in the comment section. Then we'll come back with more commentaries.
Y'all need to take a look at this right here. They're going to be transitioning, which they've already started in Kroger's, ShopRite, some Aldis throughout the country. They're going to be changing and transitioning completely into AI grocery carts, meaning they're going to be scanning your face, watching everything you do. If you take a lick of something and don't pay for it, it'll call the cops without you even knowing. What they're trying to do is basically they're going to hold your information for X amount of time, what you look like, your face, and it's going to recognize you when you sign back in. If you look on the left side of the cart, there's a payment computer where you tap your card. And so all your information is going to be stored, and it's going to remember what you like to purchase after X amount of shops. Therefore, let's say you like to buy ice cream a lot, it's going to increase that price on that certain ice cream just because it knows that you like it, and you're not going to know the prices because they're not going to be on the aisles. They're going to be on the computer screen in front of you. Man, this stuff is getting pretty wild. I mean, every single thing is going to be converted into AI in just a matter of months. This is wild. I mean, I don't like the idea of being on camera 24/7 with everything that we do. That's the problem I'm having. There's no privacy. You drive to the grocery store, you're going to, on new 2027 car models and up, all of it's going to be AI controlled. You have your flock cameras that are going to be knowing exactly where you are at what time, what speed, what distance, every single thing that you're doing. Now you get out of the car driving to the grocery store, you're immediately watched on cameras. You get inside, you have to sign in on your grocery cart immediately on camera. I mean, it's just, do you see what I'm saying here? The control, it's getting out of hand.
Imagine working an hour just to afford 1 pound of ground beef. For the first time in American history, a pound of ground beef costs more than the federal minimum wage. Yep, America has officially lost the plot. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Meanwhile, ground beef can cost you anywhere between $6.50 a pound all the way up to $9 a pound. And if you want organic, baby, bring your wallet and a cosigner. I need y'all to think about how wild this is. The thing we used to call a cheap option for dinner is now competing with folks' hourly wage. And then you're constantly being gaslit by your leaders, told that the economy is doing great. For who? Because a lot of American families are working. They're doing everything they're supposed to, but they still standing in the grocery store, studying the math like they preparing for the SAT. Leaders listen to you when you struggle, because a leader will try to solve your problems. But when you're being gaslit, somehow the problem's going to always be you. You're not working hard enough. You're not budgeting enough. You're just not sacrificing enough. Meanwhile, hamburger meat got promoted, but your paycheck stayed the same. How are you guys handling these grocery prices? Because if ground beef is making more than some Americans are making per hour, we need to have a conversation, folks.
Everybody needs to tell me what they do for a living because I'm literally flabbergasted. I'm 28 years old. I was in the Air Force for literally 7 years. Half of my 20s I spent in active duty military. I have thousands of hours of experience. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I've worked in hospitals, eating disorder rehabilitations centers, residential centers. I've worked as a barista. I have customer service. I've worked on the telephone lines. I've worked as a florist. I've literally done almost everything. I'm a full-time college student on my GI Bill. Where I live, the average rent is at least $2,800 to $3,000 a month. Just for like literally black mold, horrible like living situations. Like it's just disgusting. Tell me why. Like I'm almost done with my degree and I have so much experience like in the nutrition world and like healthcare, all that stuff. I have my associate's degree in health service management. Every job that is that's open, that's hiring is literally it's like $15 an hour. I genuinely I don't understand what's going on in the country.
People are always saying that the average American makes $45,000 a year. Where does the average American work? I want to make $45,000 a year. Are you kidding me? The most I have ever made is $30,000 in a year. Where are these people working that they're making $45,000? Like, don't just tell me that they're making $45,000 a year. Where do they work? Is their job hiring? I need more details. Like, where are they getting these numbers from? I don't think I know anybody in my life who is making $45,000 a year. Like, that is insane. I think that's like the average, only because like there's literal billionaires who are making like so much in a year that like regular people, they're like, oh, the average is 45,000. The average person, I would say, probably makes like 30,000, like 35,000. Like, you're not making $45,000 an hour on like a $15 an hour fast food salary. Like, where are the people who are making $45,000 a year? Where are they working? Are they hiring? Tell me that, America!
It's not an energy crisis or a lockdown. It's the consequence of a world war. White people are insane. We can't be honest. We can't be honest about the effects of what we're doing. Unbelievable. Black people told us that racist people were bad across the board, but we didn't believe them because we didn't want to change the way that we thought about our parents. But we thought Donald Trump was just going to steal from black people. We thought he was just going to allow Latinos to get raped. But now that violence is up for women all around the world, white people are like, oh, wait a second. Now that boomers are like, wait, we have to go back. We're insolvent. Okay? Donald Trump is up $4 billion and the country is insolvent. White people are like, man, we made our fucking kids our servant class for nothing? What the fuck was the 400 years of slavery for? Why did we steal all that fucking land? The irony, though, of all these baby boomers having to go back to work after they thought that they fucked us over enough so that they could retire is amazing. He stole $4 billion this year. He's up $4 billion. And our whole entire economy is insolvent. And now, his supporters are like, well, why did we abuse our kids? And why do we not have a relationship with our kids, right? We were supposed to retire, and that's how we're supposed to retire, is just cutting them off and not feeling any sort of attachment to them. And that's how the white economy works. But for the first time ever, white people are like, what are all these economists for, right? Like, what are all these scientists for? Nobody knows. We just found out that Israel was promised bunkers 3,000 years ago. Why would it be any different for our settler colonial asses? I don't got bunker money. I don't have organic vegetable money, so I'm not going to make it to the bunker phase, right? I'll get cancer. But if you can, steal one of these old motherfuckers' bunkers, dude. You're wiping their ass. Like, they're old. You've been taking care of them in a hospital or whatever the fuck. You work some job where you have to talk to some old fucking idiot all day, and it's the same old idiot that has never learned anything. Steal their bunker. You can't initiate violence if you're born into it. And the same thing goes for anyone going to the capitalist parade on Saturday, okay? You're not going to be the one that's initiating violence, okay? You're born into it. It's all around you. Okay. Have a good day, guys.
Hey, Texan, what radicalized you? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was under the Obama presidency when I went to a meeting with my commander at the Pentagon that promptly turned into a birthday party, and we were eating cake while they joked about the drone strikes on innocent civilians. Could have been that. It could be that during Hurricane Harvey, me and my friends were told that we couldn't go help people even though we had working boats and supplies because it was too dangerous per the politicians and local law enforcement. It could also be during that time I watched Joel Osteen not give a shit about Houston whatsoever, but Mattress Mac, if you know, opened up all of his stores with highly expensive furniture and let all of these people sleep there for free. Also, during that time period, I watched people, they tried to bully them into signing loyalty oaths to Is Not Real just to receive assistance and supplies after Hurricane Harvey. Could be that. It could be watching Hillary Clinton not give a shit about Benghazi at the same time she was saying we came, we saw, we conquered in reference to destabilizing governments over there under the guise of democracy. It could be the fact that these insurance companies are denying life-saving care, treatment, and medicine, even though that's what the doctor prescribed. Could be that. It could also be the fact that we're in such a desperate time right now. Some of these insurance companies are going to raise their premiums in January in the ballpark of 75%. Could be that. It could be watching people social distance during COVID like they were told to do and still getting arrested because the cops went on a fucking power trip and the government didn't check them. It could be the fact that Steve Bannon has got on national television multiple times and said that Trump will be the president in 2028. And when asked about the 22nd Amendment, he says there's ways around it. Could be that. It could be the fact that Biden had dementia, dropped out of the presidential race, and there was no primary to be held. Could be that. It could be the fact that I had 100% compensation through the VA. I had heart surgery, woke up during heart surgery, felt everything, had complications afterwards, and then years later they said, you make too much money, no more benefits for you. Bye-bye. It could be the fact that I watch nonprofits go into downtown Houston through their own free will and good hearts to feed the homeless and less fortunate, and they get ticketed and sent to jail. Fuck, could be that. It could be the fact I watched people get on the internet the last week and say, well, if your SNAP benefits are going away, go to a food pantry. This is my local food pantry. It could be the fact that we send billions upon billions upon billions of dollars to other countries, and we have homeless people sleeping in the streets, and we have children going hungry. Doesn't seem like America first. It could be the fact that we have politicians using taxpayer dollars to fly to another country and write hateful shit on bombs that get dropped on innocent men, women, and children. Could be that. It could be the fact that we have known kid diddlers in our government that engage in insider trading on the daily, but we're more worried about sports betting. Could be that. And this almost 3-minute video doesn't even scratch the surface. Doesn't even scratch the surface. That's what radicalized me.
They can't even afford rent, let alone covering health care for themselves or their children. But do you see what they're doing? They're cutting health care for 13.7 million Americans, the largest cut to health care in U.S. history, to give tax cuts to billionaires and to big corporations. This is your priority. Live with it. Defend it. Speak about why it is you are doing this. Because that is the consequence of your actions. Donald Trump told you to do it? Or is this what your constituent asked for?
$6.15 fucking cents for a half a pound of Greek hot sweet peppers. What the hell? Is this what you voted for? The highest fucking food cost I've ever seen in my entire life? $9 for some damn pizza sauce. $10 fucking for a small pack of Starbucks coffee. Oh my god. Got a dang sweet treat for the dog. $20. Sweet treat for the dog. Sorry. $20. I guess you're gonna have to just find me fucking stinking. Cause look at that. Clearance. $8.39. I'm telling you right now. We're going to be paying $100,000 for a loaf of bread before this administration is over. The same administration that told us that on day one energy prices would come down, that the war in the Ukraine would be over, that the price of gas and food and it's all going to be a miracle. And if you go on their Instagram page right now, they're telling you it is a miracle. Only we can see. Our wallets know.
When the American empire finally collapses, historians won't be stunned by the greed of the elite. They will be stunned by the loyalty of the poor. That stopped me in my tracks. The working class didn't just vote against their own interests, they worshipped the billionaires robbing them. They slashed their own benefits, gutted their own healthcare, and cheered while the rich wrote off private jets as tax deductions. Not because it helped them, but because they were told it would hurt someone else. And that right there is how you rig a democracy without ever breaking a single law. Some laws were broken, but this tweet makes such an important point. The greed of the elite is expected. What is not expected is the loyalty of the poor, of the working class, to those who are taking from them. That is what is...
America is collapsing before our very eyes. Restaurants are closing their doors for good in my city at a record pace. They're blaming it on a slow season, but I think it's something else. You can't tell me the amount of abandoned strip malls that I drive by on a daily basis is normal. I know you've seen it too. All these places just get replaced with the Capybara Cafe de Jour or a flower store to placate the masses, if you know what I mean. There used to be 24-hour diners, family-owned restaurants, even bookstores, I don't know, third spaces. Now, nothing. Luxury apartments that sit vacant forever. Grocery stores that have been closed for 10 years. So much wasted space in empty parking lots until some TikTok trend comes, opens for 6 months, and then that closes too. I know I'm not alone in this, but yet every single time I bring it up, I get all the bots in my comments telling me the economy's never been better. But I ask for who? Like 100 people at the top? So the billionaires are doing great. I don't care. People like you and me, we're struggling out here. All my friends live in vans. And if we are lucky enough to have apartments or houses, we're living behind locked doors and closed blinds because there's no community here anymore. Restaurants are just the beginning. They're the canary in the coal mine. Once they're gone, so are all of our meeting places, our birthday parties, our community, and third spaces. They're not just a place to buy food. They're a pulse of the neighborhood. And also, as a live singer, something hugely important to my job. I used to sing 5 nights a week. Now I'm lucky if I can find a Sunday night gig. So I'm just here to say, if this is what a booming economy sounds like, it must be the sound of doors slamming shut. And I don't know about you, but I'm making my exit plan. We're moving to Portugal soon, where they still have cafes and restaurants that people actually go to. If you find that interesting, stick around. Because I can tell you this is not normal. And don't let internet comments gaslight you into thinking it is.
America is the richest country on earth by GDP, and it's in the top 10 by GDP per capita. But the average American is not seeing that wealth, and here's how it breaks down. The average American income is $77,652. The number is official, authoritative, and well-published. But watch what happens when you remove just the top billionaires and millionaires from that average. Remove the top 1% of earners, and the average drops by more than $1,000 a month to $61,000 annually. Remove the top 5%, and it falls another $1,000 monthly to $51,000 annually. Remove the top 10%, the average American is down almost another $1,000 a month to $42,709 annually. Let that settle in for a moment. When the top 10% of earners are removed, the average American income is cut by nearly half. So when you see that the average American earns $77,652, the actual middle income in the US is closer to $42,000. In fact, the most common income, the mode in mathematics, is somewhere between $25,000 and $45,000, a far cry from the statistical average of $77,000. America is rich, but that wealth doesn't go to its people. If you earn an American salary, how much is it, if you don't mind sharing? And join us for more international economics at culturalperspective.com.
Us Americans are some of the most geographically clueless people on the planet. And it's because we grow up thinking that we are the center of the universe, like as if the rest of the world is just background noise. Ask your average American to name 3 countries in Southeast Asia. You're gonna get silence. You show them a world map and all of a sudden nobody's a geography person. But it's a lot deeper than that. It's systemic. Because the school system doesn't teach us about other cultures. It programs us to believe that we don't even need to. And that everywhere else is dangerous, dirty, and underdeveloped. That if you leave the US, you're somehow downgrading. But here's what they won't tell you. Outside of the US, life is a lot more fulfilling. In the Philippines, strangers become family. In Thailand, food is an art form. And in Vietnam, people laugh loud and live cheap. And then you start to realize the world isn't so dangerous. It's actually beautiful. And while Americans work 60-hour weeks for rent that they can't even afford, other people are living full lives at the fraction of the cost, with less anxiety, less debt, and more freedom. But Americans don't know that because they've been conditioned not to look past their own borders. You can't understand the world if you never leave your bubble. And you can't grow if you already think your country's better at everything. America is not the world, and the moment you realize that is when your education begins.
America ain't dying. America's already dead. America is cooked. And what you're watching now is basically just like the body twitching. But America is cooked. America is a collapsing empire in denial. You got these patriotic fanatics out there still clinging to rituals, flags, and fantasies, all while the motherfucking roof is caving in. And I don't think they realize that this is not a phase. This is not just a rough patch. This is the end of America as you knew it. America is cooked. I don't know how many different ways to say this shit. The dollar is failing. The jobs are gone. The rent is sky high and unpayable. And the people, we tired. We are all tired mentally, spiritually, and physically. Even the middle class is on life support. You got graduates delivering food. Elders are having to go back to work. We got children growing up in motels. And you want to talk about resilience? We are literally trying to survive in a system that was designed to extract our life force. The system was meant to extract our essence. But anyways, I digress. But I will say this. As a black man in America who is neurodivergent and who also has knowledge of self, I have seen this shit for what it is for a long time. I've been knew that this was the Matrix. I've been knew that this was a carefully managed illusion, a performance. And now the curtain is falling. So everybody see it now. You got climate change just devouring the lands. Towns are being swallowed up by floods, never to return. We got storms rolling in like angry ancestors. And the government still pretending it can fix what it won't admit exists in the first place. On the one hand, they say climate change don't exist, but then now after all these natural disasters, they're talking about now they're gonna fix it. What the fuck is really going on? And then there's Trump. And he's not a glitch. He is not an accident. He is a manifestation. He is the face of a dying empire gasping for control. He didn't destroy America, he revealed it. He cracked the mirror and the beast came crawling out. White supremacy, unchecked greed, mass delusion, all that was going on before Trump. He just gave it a voice. He just gave those people a group to belong to. But now look at MAGA. Look at Trump and his supporters. The faith is gone. In government, in elections, in media, in the so-called American dream, the faith is gone. And honestly, you can't just keep asking people to believe in a system that devours them. This ain't about left or right. This is about the collapse of an empire. And we see this place for what it really is. We see that the economy is a pyramid scheme. The healthcare system ain't nothing but a business. The prisons ain't nothing but another plantation. We can see, we can feel the tension and the anxiety in the streets, in the neighborhood, in the communities. And right about now, survival feels like a luxury. So no, this isn't alarmism. This is clarity. This is the understanding that America is cooked, burned through, hollowed out by its own greed and lies. You can feel it in the silence of the people, in their refusal, in the quiet rage building up like a thunderstorm behind the eyes. Revolution ain't coming, man. It's already begun. In the walkouts, in the land back movements, in the garden, in the bartering, and their refusal to participate in a game that is already lost. So what comes after America? That's the real question. And that's up to you. And that's up to me. That's up to us. Because this society, this crumbling America, was never meant to protect us. But just maybe, whatever we build might actually be able to sustain us in the future. But for now, this American shit, it's done. America is cooked.
When you try to see these videos of these white people, these white Americans, the way they are trying to own each other, we don't no longer feel safe. I think something is about to happen in this land. We need to be very careful. What if something happen? We feel like there is some changes. We feel like something is scaring. When you try to see the system, the way it's operating, when you try to see the climate, when you try to see different atrocities committed on this land, I think something is about to happen. Is it God's judgment? Is this a crisis? Is it something which is going to make each and everyone feel it? I think this time around, we need to understand that let's get ready. If you have any right to go out of America, just get out of this land. You have any right to settle down in another countries, just go away. If you have anywhere to stock big stores of food, big stock of food in your house, just do it. We think that this land, something is about to happen. We no longer feel comfortable. You need to understand this is what black people has been trying to say. Some are trying to use the Bible. Some are trying to read in the statistics of crisis and economy, the way things are getting escalated, the way gas price, each and everything. When you see them the way they are panicking, you could ask yourself, why are you panicking? Why are you losing it? Why are you scaring? You need to know that when you really believe in God, when you know God is almighty, there is nothing which is supposed to shake you. When you see economy is looking somehow weird, don't think that it's only America. The crisis is all over the world. Each and everyone is crying, each and everyone is complaining. But for you to come out is showing that you are scaring, you feel that you no longer have yourself, you feel that you want to look a second option. You have seen the way your people came out to say that there is a rapture which is coming on this date. They came out to spread this information. You have seen it because of that fear. That's scary. People started to feel it that the rapture is coming. People started to say, my pastor told me it's true. I think I need to give away my savings. I need to give away my house. I need to give away my car. I need to move away. I have small babies. I'm going to take them in charity center so that when the rapture is coming, I'm going to go alone. Have you seen? Don't trust each and everything you see on internet. Either you are seeing things are moving this way, either you are seeing there is a lot of sign of change on this land because, of course, the judgment of God will come and nothing is going to stop it to happen. Either there is all this sign of climate change, disaster, abnormal things happening. Yes, we understand they are happening each and every day, but it doesn't mean you are going to lose it. You are going to stop doing business. You are going to stop building your house. You are going to take a mortgage. No, let life keep moving normally. When things happening, you are going to see that they are happening. Don't make your heart to panic. Don't make your mind to be uncomfortable. Easier, relax. Take things easier. You don't have any solution to the problems which are happening. You don't have any say. Either you are seeing by yourself what you are supposed only to do if you believe in God, because I've seen some of you are atheists, you don't believe in God. You need to worship in whatever way you believe in by yourself. And you have peace, you let your life move on as normal. Have you ever seen the black people panicking? Have you ever seen the black people saying, oh, life is ending? No. Most of what black people, they believe in the Bible. They believe that nothing would happen if God did not allowed it to happen. They believe that God is the one who holds his hands upon this earth. Is the one who is going to say, this nation, I'm bringing this punishment. This nation, I'm allowing this to happen. This nation is going to pass this. This nation, I'm going to bless them with peace over certain years. I'm going to bless them in each and everything. Is the one who controls each and everything. Why would you think that the American system, you are fed up, you want to run away? Don't run away. Don't run away. Stay here. Don't worry. Whatever is going to happen, we have more than 300 millions of America. You are not going to be the one affected. You are not going to be the one left homeless or whatever. You are not going to be the one starving. No. If you have a problem of starving, you are not the only one. And it's not only in America. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Whenever I come across this video, I always say, stop and wondering what is really happening. Why people are spreading this information? Why these people are scaring? Why? Why are you scaring? I did this video to let people understand that you need a peace of mind. Don't let your brain to panic. Take life easier. When you take life in a panic way, you are going to live your life panicking. When you take your life easier, life is going to move smoothly on your side. Let me know what you think about this episode. Drop your thought in the comment section. Thank you. See you in my next episode. Bye.